Red V TV, instant reaction, supported by A-Star Recruitment for the 2019 season, as Saints end 10 years of Good Friday away day here at the DW Stadium. 36 points to 10. Yeah. It was that many, we've lost count.
They didn't deserve 10. That's the joint game. They didn't deserve
10. Tough opening 10 minutes, and then Saints do what they do.
Undecisive. In 10 minutes, weren't it?
Yeah, it was a typical derby, wasn't it? You start off, you know that it's going to be a bit of an arm wrestle, and we're just better than them. I can't get past the fact that we're just better than them.
To be fair, I'll throw it out there. First try, we got it. Clearly, you went for a pint, I went for a pint. We were thinking, it's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice and easy.
And then boom.
Yeah.
They got one back. That's just how good we are. We are that far better than everybody else.
It's not often you say it went to form. Now, I was talking pre-match in the pubs. I was saying Saints by 31 to 40. And I wasn't far off. And a couple of bomb chances in attack when I think James Child took pity on them when Wigan were lying on and could have quite easily give us a couple of penalties. Yeah. There was one where we went over and he gave us the penalty and Coop went in.
Why give the penalty?
James Child for you. Sympathy. But Saints, we were 18-4 up going into half-time, coasting. Maybe game management should have come in a little bit.
Listen, it's a bad kick. Just before half-time, and I turned round to the lad who sat with me. His daughter watches this, David Chin's daughter, and he's asked for a shout-out because his daughter watches this. But I turned around and said, that's a bad kick to put in.
Lola won't be happy.
No, Lola won't be happy. It's a bad kick because Gildart takes it and they're on the open side. It's not gone blind, it's not gone into touch, and it's just a poor bit of game
and I thought it was poor from Nagama shooting out the line. And obviously it was then freed up a minute to the half. We didn't need to do it. But do you know what? That's the only real negative today,
we're not picking on necessarily Richardson with that. No. It's a whole team thing of, if the ball's going up that way, then you've got to look at your defensive set on that right-hand side, and they've got to be ready for it. They've got to be ready for everything.
It's like in general, when you look at it and you look at that game, people was where we were sat, people was giving Richardson a lot of jip from where he was. And to be fair, I think he stood up for himself. Like in defence, he stood up for himself.
Everyone talks about how good Tio is in defence.
Well, that's if you're going to pick on.
He's getting gypped for no reason.
You're going to pick on if we're going to have a look at defence. Left hand side, we lose Percival, we lose Louis within the first half, and all of a sudden Peru stands up. I'm going to pick something when we go into the second half. Peru's your second reserve centre, and he's giving that ball out to Grace, who, by the way, Riga Grace, name me a more informed winger in Super League now. And it's if you're going to say anybody but Riga Grace, you're wrong.
You can't. I don't think there is one.
How bad is it when Tommy Makerson's not your best winger?
Yeah. I'm not saying that. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying your most informed winger.
And I think that balance for Saints on both sides gives us that attacking threat. You talked about losing Percival early on. For me, that could have been a massive blow. Wigan attacked down that right-hand side, got joy, got a try. I think, as awful as it is, Saints were helped by Tom Davis going off injured for them. It seems to be a bad injury, but it levelled things up, and that took it away down that side of the field.
How confident are we on that side?
Yeah, but before that, we've lost 2 before that, and it is a big loss for them, but we've lost 2 before that. And it's just a case of, it's not often you can say this, we're just better than them.
Yeah. 100% across the park. There's not even no point where you could say somebody. But
you know what? You're right though. My favourite bit of the game wasn't necessarily Coop's try where he's out jumped Hardacre. It's not necessarily Grace's try where he's cut his side and beat people. It's the last 2 minutes. We're on their line. They're on our line. Sorry.
And Smith
and Lee's, the young lads are coming in and absolutely booming their players and stopping them getting in. That's my favourite
massive
bit.
tackles at the end, and it was just boom. That just set the tone. That's what the game was. We just beat them every way.
Would it be justifiable to say that only beating them by 26 points, well, flattered Wigan massively?
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a period, I think, was it 15 minutes from the end, we were 22-10 up, and Wigan were attacking our line, and I'm thinking, if they score here, they're within a score, and we were light years ahead of them. Saints, absolutely, for me, again, the pack won us the game. We absolutely battered them down the middle.
Thompson especially.
There was no disappointment through any part of the game. The fans were just singing and going as if that's it. The game we'd won this game. It didn't matter. We was just
wasn't an expectation that Saints were going to win that today.
not before it for me because it's a derby and you're going to rock up to a derby.
First
and,
10.
Yeah, and it was tight. But once we started scoring,
First 10, but as soon as we got in there, started going and started rolling. Nah, I'm sorry. They never had us.
That's how good we are. Like you said, 10 points, flatters them.
Team selection today. Aaron Smith took his place on the bench ahead of Kyle Amor. Is that more thinking of it an Easter weekend rather than just rest Roby on Monday? Just play both hookers and maybe that'll be the same on Monday and both will take.
I'd rest Roby on
Well, I think maybe both will get minutes, so maybe Aaron Smith will start with Roby coming off the bench because we got a chance to rest James Roby today for the last 20 minutes.
I'd rest Roby for the 80 me.
Well, you know what? We've said that before that you probably would rest Roby for the game, and if you've got Amor and Ashworth who haven't played any minutes today and can come on and take a stint off, if we put Walmsley to one side. After having his injury, we can put him to one side, play them two instead, and put Thompson on. The only issue is obviously the Louis injury, where you're struggling maybe for the impact prop coming up.
How many 17s would Ashworth and
Well, he'd be getting in
At this point in time,
it'd be in that Wigan side.
luxury.
Is that the poorest Wigan side we've seen in many a year?
Probably since they turned us in, what was it, 2003?
2003, the kids were better.
and they turned us.
The kids were better.
Or I was talking again today, the relegation season where they should have gone down but they cheated. It's probably
It's a bit of an understatement. They're cheated.
Sounded like it is, Kev.
It's a bit more than that.
standard people know where to find me.
The sun is shining. It's Good Friday. We're in Wigan. What do we do?
Just go and get nailed in Wigan and just
do what we do. Do what we do when we get beat. Good day all round. Warrington getting hammered at home to Salford.
I didn't find out till we come out here. They got beat off Warrington.
Don't care about Warrington. Don't care.
No,
Not
I don't care about
fussy,
Warrington,
because
it gives us
while he's singing about Warrington.
it gives us breathing space at the top of the table, and not that I think we
Don't
need
matter.
it.
We're good enough not to worry.
It's like we know the league as it is now. It doesn't mean anything as it is. Today we've beat Wigan. That's it. There's two things, like you said in your interview with Vinnie Anderson, blah blah blah. It was, what is it? Trophies and beating Wigan. We beat Wigan.
I think that was a marker that was a marker and a Good Friday hoodoo that needed laying to rest.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't come here with fear anymore. And next time we should win by 31 to 40.
You owe me a five.
Let's add them up. Let's keep adding.
Never mind.
Right.
But
Brilliant.
that is it. 8 minutes.
Anything else?
There's not a lot to say because everybody was here and saw us annihilate them.
Other than, thank you to these lads for the mention for Duncan Slater. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Even though he's a Wigan fan, he still didn't get the win.
At least
He's gone and he's still not got the win.
At least
we was never going to give it. He's a City fan as well. They can have the league, but he's not having none of this.
Yeah.
He's not having none of this.
You kept the score down.
Yeah.
Right, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a look at the Red V website. Let us know your man of the match for today. Plenty of good performances across the board. And we will be back probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. And go if you have to drive.
Am I allowed to have your hands, yours? Probably not.
But can we just film it in a minute in the pub?
Yeah, probably.
Hot round with the rest.
Change your t-shirt.
No Percival, no Louis, and we've called up Jack Hatcher.
Oh no, don't pay Ruth. That shot at the end before we
Rubbish,
go.
absolutely rubbish. It was fine. There was nothing going on.
There you go, that's the RFL disciplinary sorted, and we will catch you over the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday.
We're looking
See you soon.